The air feels heavy tonight, almost as if time itself has slowed. There is a silence that doesn't feel natural, a stillness that carries a warning. Somewhere deep inside, you know something is shifting, something you cannot see but can feel pressing against your spirit. You thought you were making your own plans, setting your own steps, but there's a greater hand at work. That hand has been guiding you through the darkness, even when you believed you were lost. And now, the truth is breaking open, revealing that nothing you have faced was without reason. The path you chose may have felt like yours alone, but destiny was silently bending it towards something bigger. Every delay, every rejection, every closed door has been part of a redirection. You are about to realize that your life has been under divine surveillance all along. The tension grows because you know something is being prepared for you in secret. Not by your own design, but by the Lord who has been setting up a step you never imagined. And when that step lands in front of you, everything will change in a way you cannot reverse. Type Amen 333 if you believe this guidance is reaching you now. Your plans are only a shadow of what is waiting. You thought you could map your way, but the map is being redrawn from above. What seemed like wandering has been a trail toward breakthrough. Archangel Michael says, even in your mistakes, you were being positioned. You didn't see it then, but each wrong turn was secretly a push toward your true direction. The enemy thought he delayed you, but those delays became the very doors of your blessing. Your heart has dreamed, plotted, and designed outcomes that seemed impossible. Yet the Lord is shifting those very dreams into reality in His own timing. The next steps you take will no longer be yours alone, they will be divinely aligned. This is why the heaviness has been so strong lately. It isn't the weight of defeat, it is the tension of breakthrough about to burst open. You are standing right at the edge of a moment that will redefine the story of your life. Type Amen 444 if you receive this confirmation. You thought the people who left you behind ended your chances. You thought betrayal was the end of your growth. But those exits were only clearing the way for divine direction to lead you where no one can interfere. When you felt abandoned, you were actually being hidden. You were being covered in a way that protected you from sabotage. And now, the Lord is revealing why He kept you in the shadows until the perfect time. The very path you thought was lost will suddenly become clear. The same road that was blocked will open without you forcing it. Because when the Lord directs a step, no man, no system, no plan can shut it down. You may not understand the movement yet, but soon you will. The pieces are falling into place faster than your eyes can recognize. And when the moment arrives, you will look back and realize why everything had to happen the way it did. Type Amen 555 if this message speaks to your soul. Your name is being carried into places you never thought possible. There are conversations happening about you right now that your own efforts could never arrange. This is divine orchestration, and soon you will see the evidence. Archangel Michael says, someone who doubted you will witness your rise. They thought you would remain in the valley, but they will see you climb without their help. That is the power of divine direction, it doesn't need the approval of those who walked away. Every step you take now carries a weight of destiny. Even the smallest decision is being aligned with something larger than you. The Lord is moving the ground beneath your feet to guide you into the life you were born for. You thought you were just surviving. But you are stepping into the moment where survival becomes transformation. And transformation will lead to abundance that cannot be measured. Type Amen 666 if you trust the timing of this alignment. The suspense that grips your heart right now is not fear, it is the vibration of breakthrough. That uneasy energy is the sign that something is about to shift. When the Lord directs, the atmosphere always feels different before the manifestation. Your plans will no longer be scattered. The confusion you carried will no longer chain you. You are walking into a season where steps will flow like water, perfectly ordered and clear. Even in the chaos, direction has been written. The storm tried to blind you, but the light of clarity is breaking through. Soon you will see that the storm was not destruction, it was preparation. The very pain that broke you down will be the foundation that builds you up. The road that seemed twisted will finally straighten. And what you thought was the end will reveal itself as the very beginning of your promise. Type Amen 777 if you feel this breakthrough is near. The quiet before the storm is always the hardest to endure. You feel it in your chest, that restless stirring that keeps you awake at night. It is the whisper of destiny calling, urging you not to give up now. The plans you thought were falling apart are secretly aligning. Behind the curtain of your struggles, a new stage is being set. And when the curtain rises, the world will see what has been hidden all along. This suspense you carry is the signal that everything is close. You are not lost, you are on the edge of discovery. Each step you take is being directed into the exact moment chosen for you. What felt like detours were actually redirections. The people you lost were part of the pruning. And now, in the silence of your waiting, the truth is about to be revealed. Type Amen 888 if you believe the silence has a purpose. The ground beneath you is shifting, but not to destroy you. It is shifting to build a foundation that cannot collapse. You were not being broken, you were being rooted. Archangel Michael says, the steps ahead will shock you with how perfectly they fall in line. The path that once felt impossible will open without resistance. And you will know that only divine guidance could have made it happen. You were never abandoned. Even in your loneliest moments, you were being directed. The footsteps you thought were wandering were actually being carried. Now the doors that were closed will swing wide open. The opportunities you begged for will finally arrive. And this time, they will stay. Type Amen 999 if you know your waiting is ending. The suspense has been building for a reason. Your story is about to shift chapters in a way you could never write on your own. Every tear you shed has watered the soil of what is now ready to grow. Your heart devised one way, but the Lord has been rerouting it to His way. You may not understand it all yet, but you will soon see why your plan was too small for the blessing waiting for you. Nothing was wasted, not even the pain. What felt like endings will transform into beginnings. What looked like defeat will become the setup for victory. And what was hidden in the dark will burst into light. Your next steps are not random. They are sacred. They will lead you into rooms you never thought you could enter, and into promises you thought were too far away. Type Amen 1111 if you are ready for the turning point. The stillness around you is not emptiness. It is the pause before the revelation breaks. Your spirit already senses that something is about to shift. You've been carrying the weight of waiting for too long. Each moment has felt endless, as if destiny was running late. But what you thought was delay was actually preparation. The hidden hand of direction has been arranging every detail. People were moved out of your life for reasons you couldn't see. Paths were blocked because they were never meant for you. Now, as the suspense builds, the veil is about to lift. And when it does, you will see why the struggle had to last this long. Type Amen 1212 if you believe clarity is coming. The very road you thought you lost will reopen. And it will carry you faster than you ever imagined. Your steps will no longer drag in pain but move with power. Archangel Michael says, the timing was never wrong. The timing was divine. You were placed in this exact position to receive what belongs to you. The truth is, your life is about to look nothing like it does today. One step can rewrite an entire story. And that step is now being directed toward you. The people who doubted you will watch in silence. They will see that you did not rise by your own strength but by the force of divine alignment. And they will have no words. Type Amen 1313 if you feel this word in your heart. There is a knocking at the door of your destiny. You may not hear it yet, but it is growing louder with every passing hour. Soon, you will not be able to ignore it. This suspense you carry is not for nothing. It is the energy of breakthrough pressing against the barrier. That barrier is about to crack. Everything you thought was impossible is being overturned. Where there was no way, a way is being built. Where there was no answer, clarity is being delivered. You thought you were standing still, but the truth is you've been moving forward all along. And now, the direction of your steps is about to become visible. Type Amen 1414 if you trust the unseen hand guiding you. The atmosphere around you is shifting, even in ways you can't explain. That uneasiness is not fear, it is anticipation. You are standing on the edge of something extraordinary. What seemed like small choices will suddenly reveal themselves as divine setups. You will realize you were guided the entire time. Nothing was random, not even your mistakes. The story you are living is not ending in loss. It is ending in revelation. And when the chapter turns, your life will carry a glow that no darkness can steal. This suspense has a purpose. It is the sign that your breakthrough is closer than your breath. And when it comes, you will know it was written long before you planned it. Type Amen 1515 if you know your chapter is turning. The air feels heavy because your moment is close. Every sound seems sharper, every silence more noticeable. This is the atmosphere of destiny preparing to reveal itself. You did not imagine the signs. The restlessness in your chest has been the whisper of alignment. It is the signal that your direction is being shifted by a force higher than your own. The suspense feels unbearable at times. You've wanted answers, but instead you were given silence. That silence has been the womb of your transformation. Everything you thought was delayed has been timed perfectly. The very clock that felt against you has actually been working in your favor. You will soon see why you had to wait. Type Amen 1616 if you know the silence is not empty. The steps ahead of you will not resemble the steps behind. Where you once struggled, you will now flow with ease. The path is being cleared. Archangel Michael says, your journey has not been in vain. Each trial carried a hidden purpose. That purpose is about to unfold before your very eyes. What once broke you will now elevate you. What once blocked you will now open to you. The same places of pain will become the soil of promise. And when that moment arrives, it will come swiftly. You won't have to chase it, it will land directly at your feet. The suspense is almost over. Type Amen 1717 if you are ready for sudden change. The shadows that surrounded you are lifting. The weight that held you down is being removed. You are about to breathe freely again. Even when you didn't know which way to turn, your steps were still directed. You thought you were lost, but you were never outside the plan. You were being carried. The suspense of this season has been painful. But without it, you wouldn't be able to appreciate the breakthrough. Now, the breakthrough is almost here. Your direction is changing from wandering to destiny. From confusion to clarity. From pain to purpose. Type Amen 1818 if you feel this shift in your spirit. The moment is close when the things you prayed for will arrive unannounced. The phone call, the message, the opportunity, it will find you. And when it does, you will know it was never coincidence. You will see that no plan of man could have arranged it. It will carry the fingerprint of heaven. That's how you will know it belongs to you. Your waiting has not been wasted. Every tear has been counted. Every sleepless night has been stored as preparation for this new day. Now, the suspense that once felt unbearable will make sense. It was the tension of breakthrough. It was the sound of destiny knocking. Type Amen 1919 if you believe your knocking is here. The stillness around you carries a strange weight tonight. It feels like the air itself is waiting, holding its breath for something to happen. That heaviness is not fear, it is the signal that destiny is near. You've walked through long roads of confusion. You thought you were making choices alone, but each step was being redirected. Every twist you faced was not the end, it was redirection in disguise. The plans you designed were never wasted. They were stepping stones that brought you here. Without those turns, you would not be standing on this very edge of change. The suspense has grown stronger each day. You feel it in your bones, the pull that tells you things are not the same anymore. This shift is not small, it is life-altering. Type Amen 2020 if you can feel this turning point. The doors you once knocked on without answer are about to open. Not because of your strength, but because the timing has ripened. What was once locked is now being unlocked for you. Archangel Michael says, your path is under divine watch. Even in silence, the steps you took were measured and aligned. Nothing was accidental, not even your struggles. The pain you carried has shaped you into someone unshakable. The wounds you thought would never heal are now your marks of resilience. And those scars will soon be proof of survival turned into triumph. The suspense is almost over. What has been hidden will soon be revealed. And when it arrives, it will happen so fast it will feel like a dream. Type Amen 2121 if you believe the hidden is about to be shown. The whispers of alignment are all around you. Look closely at the signs, they are not random. They are confirmations that your steps are guided. Every delay was protection. Every rejection was redirection. And now, what once felt like denial is about to turn into an open door. Your season of suspense is ending with a breakthrough. What you thought was the enemy's victory was actually a setup for your testimony. The story is turning in your favor. You are not behind. You are right on time. The steps directed for you cannot be erased by anyone. Type Amen 2222 if you know your time is now. The suspenseful silence is breaking. You will soon see movement where there was none. The waiting is about to shift into manifestation. You thought you were walking in circles, but you were walking toward alignment. What seemed like wasted time was building the perfect timing. That timing is unfolding now. Your heart dreamed one way, but the Lord is designing something far greater. And when you see it, you will understand why the journey had to be this long. The suspense that once crushed you will soon lift you. The weight of waiting will turn into the joy of fulfillment. And you will finally breathe without the burden. Type Amen 2323 if you are ready for this release. The shadows of uncertainty are fading. What once felt like endless darkness is thinning into light. The suspense you carried is finally turning into clarity. Your steps have not been random. They have been carefully woven into a path that only now is beginning to show its true shape. And that path leads directly into your breakthrough. The waiting has stretched you beyond what you thought you could endure. But the stretching was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to make space for something greater. Now the release is here. The things that were locked away are moving closer. And you will soon hold in your hands what once felt impossible. Type Amen 2424 if you receive this moment of release. The suspense you've been living in was the quiet before the storm of blessings. It was the tightening before the snap. And now, the snap is coming. Archangel Michael says, the struggle was not punishment. It was preparation. You have been prepared for the very step you are about to take. The silence around you was not abandonment. It was covering. You were being hidden from harm until it was safe for you to rise. Now the covering is lifting. The moment of revealing is here. And when you step into it, no one will be able to deny what has been given to you. Type Amen 2525 if you believe your revealing is here. The suspense has tested your faith, but it has also made you unshakable. What once broke you now fuels you. What once silenced you now strengthens your voice. You are standing at the edge of fulfillment. Every direction is pointing toward this very moment. The alignment is too precise to be coincidence. The weight of years is about to lift in days. What was sown in pain will bloom in joy. And you will stand amazed at how quickly everything changes. The suspense is the final sign. It means the release is already in motion. Your moment is closer than you realize. Type Amen 2626 if you know the release is already moving. The ground beneath your feet is shifting with purpose. It is not destruction, it is transformation. You are being moved into the place you were always meant to stand. Your heart devised one plan, but heaven wrote another. And heaven's plan is unfolding now. Each step ahead will feel like destiny taking you by the hand. The suspense that shook your spirit will soon bring you peace. Because when it breaks, it will break in your favor. Nothing will remain the same after this shift. The door that opens will not close again. It has been written, sealed, and timed for this very hour. And nothing can stop it. Type Amen 2727 if you are ready to walk through your open door.